Notably, there are only 4 ways to earn money. Most people are certain familiar with Robert Kiyosaki's book Rich Dad, Poor Dad, but they may not be aware that Kiyosaki also penned the second half of the book, which he dubbed the cash flow quadrant. Additionally, it describes the 4 different forms of income, how they each function, and why the wealthy continue to amass more wealth. Welcome to the Financial Flow. Please like and subscribe to our channel and turn on notifications to stay up on our latest videos. Now, the 3 components, attitude, cash flow, and taxes, make up each of these categories. The majority of people begin their careers as employees, therefore, that comes first. Employees have a mindset that is concerned with financial stability and employment advantages like retirement plans, health insurance, and regular paychecks. Safety is the employee's top priority. For the employee mindset, the security of a consistent income is more tempting than possible wealth that could come with a larger risk. Safety is therefore an important concept for the employee. People who live in the employee quadrant earn money by working for an organization or the government in exchange for a set salary, either on a wage or an hourly basis. Now, individuals in this category can still earn significant incomes as doctors, lawyers, or executives, but due to constraints in this quadrant, it is challenging to amass riches in this area alone. An employee usually has little control over how much they will be paid in this area. Since their supervisor controls their wage and the choice to boost their employees' income, it becomes more challenging for them to improve their own income. A person in this group is solely responsible for providing for himself, and there aren't many options for them to boost their income other than going back to school and finding a higher paid work. Then there are taxes, which fall into the category of being quite simple. Only when taxes have been deducted from an employee's pay is that person's money released. In this group, there isn't much that can be done to reduce taxes. The best that can be done in this situation is to postpone certain taxes, like when someone contributes to a typical IRA or 401k retirement plan. Someone in this group is required to pay municipal taxes, Social Security and Medicare taxes, as well as federal income taxes that can reach 37% and state taxes that can reach 13% depending on the state. For high earners in this group, their tax obligation may reach 40% or higher of their income. The S quadrant denotes self-employed or small businesses. At this point, a person decides to try their hand at entrepreneurship and generate their own income. A person in the S quadrant has the perspective that they want to take back control and be free to pursue a higher level of remuneration than they would receive from a job. They, therefore, decide to start their own business. Independence is the operative word for the S quadrant. The method of earning money in this category is still time exchange for money, but the self-employed trade time for a chance of profit rather than time exchange for a set quantity of money. Since there is no certainty that they will generate any money in this group, people who fall into it face a greater risk than those who fall into the first. Everything hinges on how well they are able to sell their goods and keep their word. However, just as some people may be unable to make any money in this category, there are others who may be able to earn a sizable income. But once again, everything depends on their capacity to sell and deliver. Since people in this quadrant are allowed to write off expenses that are connected to their jobs, taxes in this group are a little more pliable. However, those that fall under this group are still responsible for paying state, municipal, and income taxes as needed. However, again, compared to the first group, self-employed people wind up paying more in taxes, Medicare, and Social Security. This is so that the employer and employee can each pay half of the tax when a person works for a firm. But when a person works for themselves, they are both the employer and the employee. Therefore, they are responsible for both sides of this tax liability. The B quadrant represents large corporations. Since the game's rules are a little different in this category than they are in the other two, exponential growth and wealth are made more attainable. A person in the B quadrant has the mentality that leverage may be used to increase revenue rapidly. In this area, the 2 primary forms of leverage, OPT or other people's time, and OPM, other people's money, are frequently exploited. These people want to make the most of their business, so they search for those who can manage some aspects of it efficiently, so they can concentrate on business growth and expansion. Day-to-day business activities, unlike those of the self-employed, are now handled by a system or someone else rather than being a part of the B quadrant schedule. Leverage is the essential phrase for the B quadrant. On a fundamental level, how large corporations profit is similar to that of a person in the S quadrant. The objective is to accomplish it on a large scale, but they must be able to deliver on their promise and sell a good or service. This type of entrepreneur no longer trades time for cash or profit. Here, the time of the entrepreneur is employed to develop a system that can efficiently manage the time and resources of others in order to maximize cash flow for the business and its investors. Additionally, this system must function without the help of the entrepreneur. As a result, the company is a cash-flowing asset. When a firm becomes an asset, many owners choose to keep it and employ a manager, go public and sell shares to other investors, or simply sell the entire company. Since independently operating enterprises that generate steady income are particularly appealing investments for larger investors. In the B quadrant, taxes operate considerably different from the other two groups. First of all, because corporations only pay a maximum tax rate of 21%, many business owners decide to keep most of their profits and dividends for themselves, rather than paying themselves a sizable wage. Wealth is the key concept for someone in the I quadrant. People can amass riches in numerous ways. Traditional stock investments, business ownership, real estate are located in the I quadrant. Investors search for three key wealth builders in particular. Cash flow is the first. This is the income that an investor receives from their assets, such as ownership in companies that generate steady income or real estate that generates rental income. The idea is to generate enough positive cash flow from your assets to support your lifestyle. Number 2, appreciation. This is how an asset increases in value over time. You want your assets to be worth more than they are today, in addition to having a positive cash flow. This not only adds to your money, but also gives you power to maneuver within the I quadrant. Taxes are number 3. The I quadrant offers many tax advantages that other quadrants simply do not. One of these advantages is that investors can essentially tax-free increase their wealth to large levels. Real estate is used as one of the well-known examples of this. There is a thing in real estate known as a 1031 exchange. Investors can use this to sell an asset at a profit and postpone paying taxes so they can use the proceeds to buy additional real estate. The taxes are often postponed until the sale of the following item. But many investors simply keep utilizing the approach and carry over their gains from one larger asset to the next without paying any taxes. Investors can almost increase their net worth tax-free thanks to this. Many investors can simply borrow money and use their assets as security to buy new assets, giving them ownership over even more wealth, if they don't want to sell the ones they already own. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to leave a like and subscribe to our channel for more content like this. Have a good one.